Our local baseball and softball teams began conference play this week, and we have a wide range of other sports to get to. Good evening and welcome to Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Joe Kennedy. The spring sports season is always filled with highlights, and Mother Nature finally gave us a little break in the weather. We'll begin on the diamonds with Naperville North and Neuqua Valley meeting up in both baseball and softball. The sun is out and Naperville North baseball hosts the DVC opener against Neuqua Valley. The Huskies enter with a 3-3 record, while the Wildcats sit at 3-5. Naperville North fell in the DVC championship last season, while the Wildcats won the conference in 2022. Matt Sonnenschein is pitching for the Huskies. On just his second pitch of the game, Wildcat Matt Knapczyk lines one out to right. One out and runners on the corners for Wildcat Paul Ferret, who connects bat on ball but flies out to right. It's enough to score Knapczyk from third, and Neuqua leads 1-0 in the top of the first. In the bottom of the second, the Huskies apply pressure to Wildcat pitcher Alex Vagley. A wild pitch with bases loaded ties the game at 1. Max Steele then steps up and slaps the ball into left field for a sacrifice fly to make it 2-1 Naperville North. With 2 outs, catcher Zach Bava steps up with runners on first and second. On the first pitch, the junior smashes one over the fence in left field for a 3-run home run. The Huskies now lead 5-1. After a walk and a single to start the bottom of the third, the Huskies are rolling with Charlie LaScala hitting a single into right. An error on the throw sends LaScala to second, while Scott Walker scores. It's 6-1 North. Cantrell at the plate, and he watches the ball pass by him, and Will Richards runs home, scoring for the Huskies. Cantrell has 2 strikes, and Sebastian Guzman strikes him out. Guzman would sit down the next batter to end the inning. Solid defense is shown by the Huskies. In the top of the fourth, the infield turns 2 with a double play. It's still 7-1 North in the top of the 6th, and Husky pitcher Sonnenschein strikes out Mike Langen. A couple of batters later, Wildcat Paul Ferret hits a nice line drive out to left field for a double, but he'd be stranded at second. The Huskies are looking to close the game, and Sonnenschein forces the pop-up to himself. The Husky pitcher goes 7 innings and allows just 1 run on 5 hits. He also hit an RBI single in the 6th to lead Naperville North to an 8-1 win over Neuqua Valley. It's the opening DVC matchup of the 2024 season for both the Naperville North Huskies and the Neuqua Valley Wildcats. Last season, the Huskies took the season series 2-1, but the Wildcats are trying to make it 2 in a row as they won the most recent matchup 3-1 last May. In the circle for the Huskies, Maddie Larson, with the help of her infield, makes quick work of the first 3 Wildcat hitters. In the bottom of the first, Ava Drays does the same thing. She strikes out Olivia Hebron and Larson as the first inning ends scoreless and hitless. The drought doesn't last long. Krista Waldusky slides into second base for a double. Her hit misses Hebron's out-of-stretch arms at center field as she gets the game's first hit. Ashley Pape is now on first after getting hit by a pitch. Trista Werner is up and drives in Waldusky from second and advances Pape to third on her double. Tegan Spellerberg grounds out, but Pape scores for the RBI. The throwback home goes over the catcher's head, and Werner crosses home plate as the Wildcats take a 3-0 lead into the middle of the second inning. We move to the third, where Nalia Clifford's infield hit gets her on base, and she then steals second to put herself in scoring position. Waldusky gets her second RBI of the game as it gets past the third baseman, and Clifford comes in to score, extending the Wildcat lead to 4-0. Drays kept Naperville North quiet all day, and in the bottom of the third, she strikes out all 3 Husky batters. On the afternoon, she throws 12 strikeouts, only allowing 2 hits and 3 base runners for the game. Moving to the top of the 6th, and Neuqua now leads 6-0. Madison Wagner adds to that lead with an RBI single. In the bottom of the 7th, Gabby Chamel connects for an opposite field triple to get the Husky dugout going. She scores the team's only RBI of the afternoon, ending Drays' shutout bid. In the end, Drays, the Creighton commit, pitches a complete game as her offense supports her with 8 runs. Neuqua Valley picks up the 8-1 win, opening DVC play. After the break, we'll swing over to girls lacrosse and then see who won the battle of unbeatens in girls water polo.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Naperville North girls lacrosse hosts Neuqua Valley on a Wednesday night DVC matchup. The Huskies look to bounce back into the win column after a 16-11 loss to St. Charles East. Neuqua Valley enters off a 12-8 loss to Marist, and both teams look for their first conference win. The Huskies have a 1-0 lead as Neuqua's Zwati Brown sets up for the free position shot. She scores to tie the game at 1. After the foul, Naperville North captain Sam Muller gets a chance off the self-start. She gets a nice bounce and beats the goalie to put the Huskies back in front 2-1. The Huskies look for another goal with Kenzie Waddles leading the way. She rips a shot and scores, and North goes up by 2. Waddles sets up the offense for the white and orange. She gives it to Edie Keene, who finds Helena Siska for the goal. North closes out the first with a 4-1 lead. The Huskies' offense keeps rolling into the second quarter. Keene takes this herself and buries the goal to extend the Huskies' lead by 5. North is up 7-1 as Neuqua looks to snap its goal-scoring drought. They do with this goal from Naomi Winyarski, and she is fired up. Neuqua would trail 10-2 at halftime. Waddles leads the attack for North in the third quarter. She finds Emily Villagrana, who puts one into the back of the net, and the Huskies are up 11-2. Moments later, the Huskies win the faceoff, and Kenzie Waddles takes it all the way for the score. It's a hat trick and also her 25th goal of the season, giving North a 12-2 lead. The Wildcats do get one late here with another goal from Brown, but in the end, the Huskies' offense was on fire. North wins 15-3 against Neuqua and secure their first conference win of the season.
It's the battle of the unbeaten at the Mattea Valley Aquatic Center. The Naperville North Huskies come in 11-0, while the Mattea Valley Mustangs ride a 16-game win streak to start the season. Last season, Naperville North took the season series 2-0. The Mustangs gained first possession and waste no time attacking. Addison Bludgett throws one towards the net, but the Naperville North goalie, Rugi Stakavicki, stops it. On the other end of the pool, Naperville North must throw up a shot just before the shot clock sounds, and Juliana Carter makes a one-handed save to keep the score at 0 early on. Attacking in Mustang territory, Molly DePies finds Kelsey Wessel, who shoots a top left shot going over Carter's reach, and the Huskies strike first. Moments later, Natalie Brown assists Wessel again as she puts in her second of the game, putting the Huskies up 2-0. Naperville North once again displays more defense as they continue to hold the Mustangs scoreless. Stekavicius comes up with another save. The Mustangs only had 4 shots on goal all game. Looking to get points on the board for the Mustangs, Allison Leslie's shot goes just off to the left, keeping the score 2-0. Wessel extends the lead as she fires a heater past Carter. Wessel ends the night with 6 goals on 9 shots to lead the Huskies. The Mustangs crack the board as Brooklyn Granger finds Sarah Vokes, who shoots a behind-the-back no-look shot that catches the head of Stekavicius and gives Matea Valley their first goal. It's 4-1 closing out the second quarter. Once again, Dupais finds Wessel, who gets it over the block attempt from Carter. It's Wessel's 6th goal and final goal of the night, extending the Huskies' lead as they pull away 9-1. However, Vokes adds one more for the Matea Valley crowd in attendance. Her second of the night makes it 9-2 with 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Schreier ends the night with her 4th goal, making it 10-2 as Naperville North remains unbeaten and makes it 3 straight wins over the Mustangs. It's also head coach Andy McWhorter's 501st career win.
One Naperville North water polo alum was planning to attend the University of Illinois, but serious medical complications forced the Husky to take a gap year. He's now back at North as an assistant coach, and we'll have more on his story after the break.
In these complicated times, local news has never been more important. DailyHerald.com lets you stay connected to your community, wherever you are.
The Naperville Police Department needs your help to solve crime and bring offenders to justice. When you submit tips to Naperville Crime Stoppers, you help keep our city one of the safest in the nation. Tips to Naperville Crime Stoppers have helped solve hundreds of crimes and recover over $7 million in drugs, property, and cash. Remember, tipsters remain anonymous and receive cash rewards up to $1,000 if their tips lead to an arrest. Call the tip line at 630-420-6006. You may have that one piece of information that solves the crime.
Adrian Lamb has found a second home with Naperville North Boys Water Polo. He spent the past year in and out of the hospital with chemo and radiation treatments, and this past week he was surprised with a trip of a lifetime. Patrick Cotto has more with our latest feature story here on NSW.
Following his high school graduation in 2023, Naperville North boys water polo team captain Adrian Lamb was looking forward to the next chapter of his young life. He had just helped the Huskies to back-to-back sectional championships and state tournament appearances and was ready to enroll at the University of Illinois in the fall. Unfortunately, those plans were pushed to the side because over the summer, Lamb was diagnosed with Burkitt lymphoma, an aggressive non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma. In order to combat the disease, he was forced to put his collegiate dreams on hold and begin intense chemotherapy and radiation treatments.
It was just really scary at first, but then as I got through the first round, got through the second round, I realized this is my new life. It was going to be something that I have to adjust to. And now I just come to full acceptance of what my new life will look like.
Treatments began in August of 2023 before concluding the most recent round in February. While it certainly took a heavy toll mentally and physically, the former water polo and swimming standout was eager to keep busy, spending time at a treatment tutoring students and building a telescope. Lamb also reached out to his former water polo coach at Naperville North, Kelly Reif, about helping with the team once the season kicked off this spring.
He actually reached out right away and asked shortly after he was diagnosed, and I said, hey, you're going to be healthy by March, and I'd love to have you.
Since I was forced to take a gap year given my condition, it's just you need to find stuff that you enjoy doing, find hobbies, find things that takes up your time, or you're just going to live a very depressing life. So that's one thing I learned about myself and about in general of how to keep yourself productive, how to keep yourself happy, even during a very difficult time.
Following his initial diagnosis, his family applied for Nick's Wish through the Nicholas Ritschel Foundation, a Make-A-Wish-style charity for young adults aged 18 to 25. Lamb was the recipient of this year's wish, winning a surprise family trip to Hawaii. After the win over the Mustangs, his teammates and family members gathered to surprise Adrian with the news. At
first, I thought it was a a surprise for the coaches because Kelly told me that we were going to do some game planning to stay behind as everyone was setting up. So I was like, what's going on? And then the coaches started saying back, I'm like, oh, go, Adrian, go. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I walked up the stairs and I saw everyone cheering for me, and it was just really touching to see that so many people were willing to attend this very special occasion for me.
The Hawaiian-themed party featured food and cake and even had a giant genie lamp brought in by the Knicks Wish Foundation. The memorable night brought tears of joy to Lamb, just another memorable part of his award with the blue and orange this season.
It's been really great. I've also formed some bonds with the JV kids, and also it's just fun watching the water polo varsity because you see some of the mistakes that you would have made in the pool, because outside the pool you're given like a completely different angle compared to watching from the sidelines.
With the surprise behind them, Lamb and the rest of the North coaching staff are ready for a strong home stretch as they wrap up the conference season next week with the DVC Championship deciding battle coming up against Waubonsie Valley. A potential deep postseason run is once again on the table as the Huskies will compete in the Neuqua Valley Sectional and hope to earn their first state trophy since 2014. Lamb will enjoy every minute before he is finally able to attend the University of Illinois this fall. While the team will miss their teammates, coach, and friend on the pool deck, everyone is excited for him to get his life back on track.
We will miss him on the pool deck here. I am super excited for him to be a normal college student back at school and having fun.
For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Patrick Cotto.
While the Naperville North tennis courts are under construction, the Huskies will play their home matches at Nike Park this spring. Neuqua Valley visits Naperville North to begin the DVC slate following a week of rainouts. Adi Bonsall and Rudy Shen from Neuqua Valley are ready to get the conference season going against Quoli Somoza and Sujit Velanki from Naperville North in two doubles. Early in the opening set, the Huskies are able to keep their opponents on their heels with some powerful returns to secure the point. Later in the first set, Rudy Shen serves and forces the error into the net. Set 1 heads to a tiebreaker. Naperville North is looking to take advantage in the tiebreaker, and this wicked serve from Somoza does the trick as it hooks out of reach, but still lands in bounds before nearly taking out the camera. However, the Neuqua duo is able to seize control from there. Bonsall with a nice serve before Shen steps up for the smash. The Wildcats win 7-6 in set 1 and 6-3 in set 2. Neuqua looks for another win at one doubles with Johnny Moe and Ricky Kim taking on Brandon Dumbbell and Noah Yoon from Naperville North. Both teams completely revamping their top doubles pairing after losing state qualifying teams to graduation. The Wildcats lead in the opening set as Noah Yoon has the serve in the far court. He goes through multiple volleys with his opponents, working to keep the point alive. Dumbbell steps in at the end and drives home the point for the Huskies. Ricky Kim serves for Neuqua later in the set. Dumbbell with a backhand near the back line that floats over the net, where Johnny Moe leaps in for the smash. Moe is a multiple-time state singles qualifier, playing doubles to start his senior year. Moe seems to be adjusting quickly to doubles play. Following a serve and return from Dumbbell, he leaps and splits the court with a backhand to help secure a two-set victory, 6-3, 6-3. Neuqua Valley sweeps all four doubles matchups. Moving on to the singles matches, where Arush Bardwaj from Naperville North returns for the top spot to the Huskies against Andy Yu from Neuqua Valley. In the first set, Andy Yu starts things off with a serve. Bardwaj approaches the net with an aggressive forehand return, and Yu hooks his return wide of the mark. Bardwaj serves in the near court, which sets off a lengthy volley. Yu navigates well to a return that deflects off the net as both players look for an opening. After an extended back and forth, Yu powers a backhand that leads to a ball into the net from Bardwaj. Andy Yu takes the win in straight sets, 6-1, 6-2. In two singles, Evan Yang steps in for Neuqua Valley against freshman Yansen Liu from Naperville North. The young Husky was well prepared for the solar eclipse earlier in the day. Yang with a serve on the far court, Liu with a strong return that puts Yang on the defensive. Liu then unleashes a laser right on the line for the point. The first set goes to the Huskies, 6-3. Liu serving while playing in the far court, and this time Yang gets a chance to get aggressive with his returns. A big forehand chases Liu to the right as he gets it back, but he cannot catch up to the backhand as Yang takes the point. Some good power on display from these young varsity team members. Liu manages to scoop out a long return near the back line and keep it in play. He then finishes off the point and takes the win in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. More freshmen getting their first taste of varsity action, where Max Buxbaum from Naperville North faces Sharya Kandari from Neuqua Valley. The Wildcat serving first as Buxbaum sends it back. Kandari with a great shot for the point as the ball evades his opponent. Kandari serving once again as the players flip courts. A volley goes back and forth as Kandari approaches the net to return a low shot from Buxbaum and tries to lob it over his head. Buxbaum tracks it and perfectly places a lob of his own near the back line. The Husky takes the win in straight sets, 6-3, 6-2. Neuqua Valley does earn the team victory over Naperville North by the score of 5-2.
We'll head to Neuqua Valley for our boys' play of the week, where Charlie Drohan scores underwater for Wabanzi Water Polo. After a shot pinballs off the crossbar, Drohan is quick to secure the second chance opportunity. He gets smothered and pulled underwater, but that won't stop the Warrior. The senior somehow flicks one past the goalie with no eyes on the goal. Let's slow this one down for another look. It's just beautiful composure from the Warrior. Wabanzi Valley pulled away for a 12-7 win thanks to 6 goals from Drohan. We'll close the show on the soccer pitch, followed by our final play of the week.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
BMO.
Chase Adams is back in town during a break from his training with the Columbus Crew Academy team to watch his father coaching the Naperville Central girls soccer squad against Neuqua Valley. It's the DVC opener for the Wildcats, while Central looks for its first conference win after falling in overtime to Wabanzi Valley a week prior. Less than 3 minutes into the game, Neuqua Valley cannot capitalize on a corner kick, and the Redhawks have a counter ready to go. Bella Brozic takes the pass and dribbles through the defense, creating some space and slotting in the first goal of the game. Naperville Central strikes early with a 1-0 lead. Later in the half, Molly McBrayer from Neuqua launches a free kick near midfield. Central goalie Aaron Hackett makes a nice catch off the bounce and clears the ball away. A few minutes later, Malia Shen makes a nice pass ahead to Brozic, who looks for her second goal, but Quinn Siegel slides in to knock the ball away at point-blank range. Chloe Orlow clears it out, which allows Siegel time to get back to the net. Brozic gets a clean look once again, but the ball sails too high. Just minutes before halftime, Gabrielle Smith dribbles towards the end line before centering a pass to Mia Karai. The freshman gathers, spins, and loops in a goal to the back of the net. Neuqua ties the game at 1-1 heading to the break to shift the momentum. Early in the second half, Mia Karai heads towards the net before centering the ball to Alexis May, who knocks it into the goal. Neuqua Valley now holds a 2-1 lead. Naperville Central looks to even the score. Emma Russell pushes a pass to Bella Brozic, who breaks free and sidesteps the Wildcat goalie. She then shakes a defender and fires home her second goal of the match as the Redhawks tie things up at 2-2. Under 10 minutes to play, and Neuqua Valley has a corner kick. Kate Wolfield takes the kick and drops it into a mass of players where it finds the foot of Chloe Orlo. She redirects the ball into the right corner of the net, the first goal of the season for Orlo, and she puts the Wildcats back in front 3-2. Just over 3 minutes remaining, and Naperville Central needs a goal. A pass attempt is deflected back to Rebecca Ruggiero, who blasts a shot just out of the reach of Quinn Siegel. The equalizer is there as the Redhawks make it 3-3, sending the game to a golden goal overtime session. A few minutes into OT, Naperville Central freshman Emerson Burke gets ready for a corner kick. The ball goes over the head of the Redhawks and deflects off a Wildcat. Eleanor Kane takes a quick kick towards the net. It's kept out of the goal by Addison Gusky, but she's behind the line when she makes contact with the ball, and Kane is awarded the game-winning goal. What a time for the first career goal for the freshman, as Naperville Central wins a thrilling matchup over Neuqua Valley by a 4-3 score.
Metea Valley is excited to return to its home turf to resume conference play despite a rough weekend in St. Louis that saw the Mustangs tie with Granite City and lose 1-0 to Triad. Neuqua Valley is their next opponent as the Wildcats are looking to bounce back after a recent overtime loss to Naperville Central. The Mustangs are eager to attack with Lucy Burke relentlessly chasing the ball. However, Wildcat goalie Quinn Siegel makes a crucial save, and Molly McBrayer ensures the door remains shut by clearing the area. Addison Gusky wants to reward the effort, so she passes to Gabe Smith, but her header goes wide. Next time around, Gusky is hoping it works, but again the ball doesn't bounce in her favor. Both teams go into the break with donuts on the board. The Wildcat defense stays on point in the second half as Siegel stops the cross kick. However, for Metea, Olivia Hernandez finally breaks the seal as she dribbles by her defenders and strikes the bottom right corner to give the Mustangs a 1-0 lead. Neuqua wants the equalizer with Alessandra Russo, but her strike cannot find the opening. Defense was in full display all game long, and Alyssa Gluting plays a key role with a big save. That helps the Mustangs sneak away with the 1-0 win.
Let's head to Metea, where Sophia Zeimel breaks the career goal-scoring record for the Valley Lacrosse. Heading into the game, the senior needed 5 goals to break the record of 107 career scores. She heads down into the lane and scores her second goal of the night to put the Mustangs up 3-1. The senior then waits patiently and heads towards the goal, putting another ball into the back of the net. Later, she wins the face-off and goes coast to coast for the score, and then she wraps it up with a 6th goal to close the evening. A great game and career from Zeimel, who earns our Girls Play of the Week. That will close tonight's episode of NSW. It's hard to believe, but only 7 weeks remain until our annual award show to wrap up the season. You can find our past highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org and our NCTV17 Sports YouTube channel. You can also find us on social media at NCTV17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy.